Sir, it's good to have you with us. So as we hear there, the president saying this is not optimal, but recognizes that it's part of a compromise where both sides come in and nobody leaves too happy because everybody leaves something on the table. You said, though, that Tuesday that Obama will own the cuts to Social Security. Now, Senator Elizabeth Warren is also not happy with the proposed cuts. But does the president need to take these drastic measures to keep entitlements, the earned benefits, solvent?
No. The truth is, and sometimes there's a lot of misleading information going around, Social Security today has a $2.7 trillion surplus, can pay out every benefit owed to every eligible American for the next 20 years. And Thomas, if we do one simple thing, by the way, which is what the president proposed when he first ran for president, lift the cap on taxable income, starting actually at $250,000 a year. So millionaires are paying more into the Social Security Trust Fund than people who make $113,000. You do that one simple thing, Social Security is solvent for the next 50 years. What I worry about right now is in the midst of this terrible recession, when millions and millions of people are struggling to keep their heads above water economically, what the president's proposal will do is say to a 65-year-old woman in Vermont, in 10 years, you will be receiving $650 a year less in Social Security benefits than you otherwise would have, and when you're 85, about $1,000 a year less. Also, I speak as chairman of the Veterans Committee. We're talking about major cuts in benefits for disabled veterans. You do not balance the budget on the backs of the elderly, disabled veterans or sick people.
So is what you're mainly frustrated with is the fact of changing to do the chained CPI as opposed to the way that it's currently calculated, which is CPIW?
The truth, that's correct. The truth of the matter is that I and many economists would argue that the way you formulate CPIs for seniors today is inadequate. It's too low because it doesn't fully take into account the fact that seniors spend so much on prescription drugs and health care costs. What the president is doing is going the other direction and says it's too generous. I think that is dead wrong, and a lot of seniors and disabled vets will be hurt as a result.
However, though, on the right, this is certainly an olive branch, and you'd have to agree with that, for the president coming to the table with his budget to show that he's willing to negotiate, and House Speaker John Boehner didn't entirely dismiss this proposal. Take a listen, sir.
He does deserve some credit for some incremental entitlement reforms they has outlined in his budget. But I would hope that he would not hold hostage these reforms for his demand for bigger tax hikes.
All right, so, sir, if we do the math on this, we've got the Senate Democrats with their own budget, we've got the House Republicans with their own budget, and now we have the president out with his budget. If we get in there and take all three of these, why can't the American people expect, maybe with a slight hope, that a grand bargain could emerge?
Well, I hope that we can get a grand bargain, Thomas, and I hope that we can do what the American people want us to do. And what the American people understand and have said in poll after poll is that when so many people are hurting and dependent on Social Security, you don't cut Social Security. That's what the American people are saying. What the American people are also saying, that when the wealthiest people are doing phenomenally well, when large corporations are enjoying record-breaking profits and 1 out of 4 of these corporations doesn't pay a nickel in taxes, what the American people are saying, you know what? These guys have got to start paying their fair share of taxes. We've got to do away with the tax havens in the Cayman Islands and Bermuda. That's what the American people want us to do, and I hope that we will do that. They do not want us to cut Social Security and benefits for disabled vets.
Senator Bernie Sanders, sir, thanks for your time today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Time now for today's Producer's Pick, brought to us by associate producer Todd Sim.